Hi, everyone. Sarita here, and I wanted to talk to you about something that I learned about, maybe 17, 18 years ago when Tupperware first came out with it. And they have even improved more and more on the product. It's one of my all-time favorites, and it saves me so much money, so much money. And it is the Fridgesmarts. And so let me just show it a piece to you today. This is a Fridgesmart, and I want to tell you all about it. And I have some pieces here to show you that already has photos. But this is to save you money. How many times have you gone to the store and you brought some produce, let's say strawberries or tomatoes or cilantro or grapes, and you put them in, and in a week's time, you're throwing it away because it's all slimy and awful, and you put it in your refrigerator crisper, but it didn't work. And it's because your crisper drawers in the refrigerator are meant to be able to control the environment that they're in, except they're too big and you have too many different vegetables who breathe a different way. And what do I mean by breathe? What they expel out. Some vegetables like strawberries and tomatoes are low breathers. They don't need hardly any air. So if you put strawberries next to, like, say, a heavy breather, which is broccoli and cauliflower, well, immediately that will take up everything, and any air that this needs gets sucked out, and they end up going and ugly and awful. Your medium breathers are things like cilantro, lettuce, those type of things. Fruit, most of the citrus fruits are medium breathers. Peppers, so they only need halfway mark. Now you might be saying, well, shoot, how do I know which one is which? Well, that's the nice thing is Tupperware has put a graph here right on the front of the containers. And we even have it on the big and even on the little mini one right there. And so that way you can see it. And if you put the word Tupperware that's on the seal facing the graph, it aligns up with the way that the vent works to how the graph is. Now you're going to go, but I don't see the vegetables I tend to use on here. Well, that's why they have a QR code right here that you just hold your camera on your phone over it. And then it will scan it, and then it will pop up with the website. It'll take you to Tupperware headquarters, where they will have all the information of so much vegetables right there at your fingertip, so that way you can know which way to put it in. Now, just to give you, this is a hard plastic. This is meant just for refrigerator use. We're not to put it in the freezer. It's not for the microwave. It's not to send food to your neighbor or anything else. This is solely for vegetables and fruits, those things. On the bottom, you can see that it has ridges, and I can actually peek through it on this side and also on this side. Okay, and that's because if you have some in the refrigerator, you are going to be able to have the airflow go still through them and keep your fruits and vegetables fresh. Now, once you open it up, I will show it to you. And that's one thing. You see that it has a big tab so that you can open it up right there. And you don't want to really peel it back on the bigger ones, because peeling a banana makes it loosen after a period of time. On this one, on any ones, I pull it up and then I run my finger along the edge of it to finish peeling up. And that's something that I've done over so many years that I just do it as second nature. But that's how you should do on all your seals, pulling it up that way so you're not peeling that back and stretching them out. Okay, so here is the seal. You can see that here's the vent, and as I'm moving it in the front, you can see that it is adjusting it there. And it actually even tells you some information in graphic, so that way you can even take it out and wash it. So if it ever should get dirty or anything, you can take out this little vent and wash it and keep it nice and clean. Now, here above the word Tupperware, and again, you can just slightly see it, it does have the different ways of how to open it. You have the half open here to the left. You have the absolutely closed in the middle, and all the way open on this side. Okay, again, line it up. It will match up what's on the graph, and you can put it in there. Now, we have different sizes. This one is the deep small, and you can see how big it is. I actually have some here with my tomatoes in it. And when I have these in the refrigerator, I don't have this facing the front. I have this so I can see exactly what produce and vegetables I have right in my kitchen. Oh, one more little tip. Those drawers that you really don't use in your refrigerator anymore for your produce and veggies, what I tend to do is put the smaller things in, like the jars and, the pickle jar, the mayonnaise jars, all those type of things that I always don't have enough room on my door. I can put them in the drawers, and it's easier for me to find. And instead of reaching all the way on the top shelf, if you have a lot of bottle containers. And I use the rest of the space mainly for my Fridgesmarts. And if it's empty, they do nest quickly. And I can't show that to you because I have all my produce in them right now. But here I have my tomatoes, and you can just see. And one thing you want to make sure is that when you put any fruits and vegetables, do not wash them beforehand, because you're adding moisture to them. You're unsettling the natural balance of it. So it's not going to quite work as if it was just raw and dirty. Now, if you do want to have something prepared for your kids, carrot sticks, celery sticks, that type of stuff, you just want to have it ready and, for easy, quick eating, go ahead and do that. But do put a paper towel on the top. You can actually turn it upside down like so, and to get the excess moisture for a couple of days. And then that way you can throw out that paper towel and it will kind of balance it again. And I've done that too. I've actually kept watermelon in our large container that every once in a while they bring it out of the vault and they have it on sale. And whenever that is on sale, you want to grab it quick because everybody tries to get that. But the large one is perfect for cut up watermelon already. And it does last a long time in there. And it's not washed or anything, but it's cut up, but it does last so much longer without it being so slimy as cut up watermelon can do. So here I have my tomatoes. Okay. Then I have my limes. And again, I have them all in the correct position. These are the small, deep ones. We also have a small, shallow, but that's being used in my refrigerator way back there. We also have the medium shallow, and this is the same size as this, but shallow is the size of the small shallow. But in here, I have my cilantro, and I just want to show it to you really quick that this cilantro has been in there for almost 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks, and it's nice and fresh. We've been using it on and off, and it smells great. And cilantro is like a lettuce, so it's a medium breather. Okay. Then we have some produce that can go very quickly, and you tend to put them on the counter. I'm talking about the banana. I love this. Okay. I put my banana in here, and we've been eating the bananas. Run this along. Oh, I love having my bananas in the Fridgesmart because when you take the seal off, it smells so good. Oh, and we've had these bananas in here 5 days, 6 days. Okay. One tip is when you do put, even when somebody's bagging my groceries up and they want to put my bananas in a bag, I usually stop them from putting it in like this, because resting it on like this, you're actually bruising the bananas. Have them turn it around and make that smile into a frown so you can have happy bananas. And I tend to put them in here. Now, when we have a bunch, it will be leaning like so. Okay. But you can keep your bananas in here. They go on the counter. They go on the clothes, and they're just perfect like this. Now, if you have a lot of condensation in there when you open it up, we just pull the banana out so there's not that much condensation. But let's say it's been a couple of days and you haven't gone in there for banana. Now you want to have a banana and there's a lot of condensation. Take all your bananas out and give it a quick wipe with a Tupperware microfiber towel or a paper towel, whatever you have, wipe it out, and you can keep your bananas in there longer. And it actually, we've had it last almost in this state, close to 10 days. So this is the Fridgesmart set. You can buy these individually, but if you wanted to get a Fridgesmart set, it would be the large deep, the large shallow, and 2 of the small deeps. Okay. Now we do have the large size and the extra large size. Awesome for if you're doing gardening and you want to have a lot of squash and zucchinis and that type of thing. That is totally awesome. And that's what we have ready for when we're doing a garden this year, and we're hoping to have a lot of harvest. So we're going to be having that in our second fridge. But another size that we have is the minis. And this is the mini. Isn't this cute? Okay. It's just half the size, right? There we go. Okay, these little minis are so cute, and they're perfect for raspberries, blueberries, things like that, but also for your jalapenos. Okay, and they are perfect. And again, it's a pepper, so you want to put it on medium. So this is the Fridgesmart. I highly recommend them. We have another extra size that is great for your tall lettuces, your long, like arugula, that type of thing, or your bok choys or your green onions. And that is called the vertical one. It's up high, and it has actually a little grid on the bottom, so it doesn't allow the moisture to really, it's higher than these ridges that are in here. And that's one thing I forgot to tell you about the ridges on the inside. When you have the ridges on the inside, it's to stop. Let me pull this up. It's to stop. Can you see it? It's to stop the produce, the fruits and vegetables, from sitting in their own juices. All right. And one thing, here's a tip. If you buy the baby corn, don't, and especially if you're going to put, if you buy a lot and you're going to put them like in this one, don't lay them this way, because they will actually almost tend to fit into the little crevices, the wells, and then it doesn't work because it's sitting in its own juices. So you want to put it across this way, have them like laying this way, so that way it's not sitting in its own juices. But the Fridgesmarts will save you a lot of money, to save money from produce, that type of things, vegetables. We've had grapes in here. I actually forgot we were moving from Texas. We were doing our jobs, moving, packing, selling, doing everything else, and taking care of our sweet neighbors in Mariposa. We were the event coordinators, basically, of the community. And so it was the beginning of COVID, and we usually did between, we're only supposed to do 3, but we usually did between 5 and 7 events in a month. With COVID hitting and trying to keep the morale up, we would sometimes do between 7 and 9 events in a week. So, of course, our grapes kind of got pushed towards the back, and I saw them when we were cleaning out the fridge. And I was like, oh, no, I'm just going to throw them away. And I opened it up, and they were still crisp. That's how long fruits and vegetables will last longer. I'm telling you. Of course, it always depends on how you get them, if they're fresh from a fruit stand or from a grocery store or whatever, but it will save you a lot of money. So I just wanted to explain to you the Fridgesmarts, and I hope you get some because they'll save you lots of money. All right, bye.